Welcome to the video lecture series on microprocessor and peripheral interface. Today we are going to start our third module, instruction set and programming of 8086. In this session 1, we are going to study the different addressing modes of 8086 microprocessor. So 8086 addressing modes. What do you mean by addressing modes? So this addressing modes, this is nothing but a manner in which an operand is given in an instruction. So now, what do you mean by operand? Operand is nothing but the data. So suppose we have to perform some operation on this data, then we are performing that operation with the help of instruction. Suppose the data is given 25H and we have to add this 25H with BL register. Okay, so the way by which we are going to add this data with BL register, that methods are represented by this addressing modes. Okay, for example, we can simply add the contents of BL register with this operand 25H, or what we can do, we can store this 25H into some another register, suppose in CL, and then we can add the contents of BL register with CL register, or we can store the operand on memory, and then through that memory we are going to add the operand with the BL register. So these are the ways by which we are going to specify the operand in the instruction. That are nothing but the addressing modes. So there are some important points to understand the addressing modes. So what are that different important points? So some important points before starting the addressing modes. So suppose some data is specified in a square bracket. What is the meaning of this? So the square bracket indicates the offset address. Means suppose in a square bracket 2000H is specified, then this 2000H is nothing but the offset address where our operand is stored. Then the BX and BP, these two registers are considered as a base registers. Here this BX, it specifies the offset address for DS, and BP specifies the offset address for stack segment SS. Then SI and DI, these are the index registers, and these base registers, these are deciding the segment to be operated, means on which segment the operation has to perform, that is decided by this base register. So base register decides segment to be so addressing modes, there are different type of addressing modes that are classified as data memory addressing mode and IO addressing modes. So data memory addressing modes, in this again there are several types. that like immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, implied addressing mode. And in this IO addressing mode, there are two types, that are fixed port addressing mode or direct addressing mode, and variable port addressing mode or indirect addressing mode. So let's see the data memory addressing mode. So first one is immediate addressing mode. So in this immediate addressing mode, what happens? The operand is present that is specified in instruction only. That means here when the microprocessor fetches the instruction, it gets the immediately data within that instruction, and that's why this addressing mode is called as immediate addressing mode. So we can see the example. This operand specified, it may be 8-bit or 16-bit. Let's consider the example move CL, 12H. So here what happens? The 12H is nothing but the operand which is directly specified within the instruction. So this is called as the immediate data. So after execution of this instruction, the CL register contains data 12H, means this instruction immediately moves the 12H data into CL register. Okay, one more example we'll see. Move BX, 1234H. So here again the data is immediate data. So after execution, BX register will contain 1234H data. So similar like move, there are other instructions also that can immediately use the data within the instruction. Now we'll see the second addressing mode, that is nothing but the register addressing mode. So what is this register addressing mode? So in this register addressing mode, operand is specified within the register. The operand is first stored in the register, and then through that register it is used in the instruction. So what happens? Microprocessor will assess the data from the register and then it will perform the operation on that register. So here what happens? Let's consider the example move CL, DL. So here the operand, first of all, it is stored in DL register and then it is moved into the CL register. So after execution of this instruction, the contents of DL register are stored back into the CL register and the contents of DL register will remain as it is. It is 8 bits operation. Let's consider move AX, BX. So here after execution, the contents of BX register are moved or stored into the AX register. So this is register addressing mode and this one is immediate addressing mode. We can see the difference in these two addressing modes. So in immediate addressing mode, the operand is specified directly in the instruction, while for register addressing mode, operand is specified within the register in instruction. Next is direct addressing mode. So in this direct addressing mode, what happens? The data on which the operation has to be performed, that is present in some memory location, and the address of that operand is directly specified in the instruction. Means here the address of operand is specified in instruction. In this case, when microprocessor fetches the instruction, then the microprocessor will get the address from that instruction. Then the microprocessor will go to this address in the memory to perform the specified operation. Here the physical address is not specified, but only this address of operand is nothing but the offset address. Means only offset address is specified in the instruction. Let's consider one example. Move CL comma in the bracket, square bracket, 2000H. So when data is represented in this square bracket, that is nothing but the memory location or the offset address. So here what happens, the data from this 2000H location is transferred to CL after execution. So after execution, the data from this 2000H location is transferred to CL register. Let's consider this is our data segment and this is the offset address of data segment and actual operand or data present on that offset address. Let's consider offset address 0000H. Here data, suppose 25H is present. Let's consider 2000H, the data is 70H, 2001H, data is suppose 80H, and so on. Okay, so let's consider which data is now going to transfer into this CL register. So from offset address 2000, the data is 78. So this 78 data is stored into this CL register, and for that the physical address of this data is calculated, and for that physical address what happens, the data segment register is multiplied by 10H and then the offset address is added to that, and by this way the physical address is calculated. Let DS is equal to 5000H, then the physical address is given as 5000 into 10, so it is 50,000H plus 2000H, so it is 52000H. So this is the physical address for data 78H, and then from that physical address data is moved to CL register. Similarly here, if the register is CX register, for this instruction what happens, the data from location 2000H, it is moved to CL register, and 2001H is moved to CH register. Means our CX register, it consists of lower data byte and higher data byte. So CL will have data 78H, and from 2001 location data 80H is stored into CH register. So fourth data memory addressing mode is indirect addressing mode. There are 4 types of indirect addressing mode. First one is register indirect addressing mode. Second is register relative addressing mode, base indexed addressing mode, and base relative plus indexed addressing mode. So first we'll see register indirect addressing mode. So here the address of operand is specified by using a register. Means here address of operand is given using a register. The data that we need to operate on is present on some memory location, and the address of that memory location is represented or stored into the register, and that register is used within the instruction. So when the microprocessor fetches the instruction identifies the register, and from that register the address of operand is taken, and then microprocessor will go to that address in the memory to perform the operation. And here the address specified is the offset address. Let's consider the example. Move CL, BX. Now here what happens? The CL register will get the 8-bit data from the memory location whose 16-bit offset address is given by BX register. So here this BX register gives the 16-bit offset address, and CL is a 8-bit register. That's why the 8-bit data from this 16-bit offset address is stored into CL. After execution of this, CL will be transferred with the data from location specified by this BX register. Similarly, let's consider the physical address. How the physical address is calculated? So physical address of operand is calculated as DS into 10H plus BX. Let DS is 4000H and BX is 2250H. What will happen? The physical address will become 40,000H plus 2250H. So physical address will become 42250H. So data from this 42250H will be moved into the CL register. So here in CL register, data from this location 42250H will be moved. Next addressing mode is register relative addressing mode. So in this register relative addressing mode, the effective address is specified in the instruction, and that effective address of operand, that effective address consists of 8-bit or 16-bit displacement and the contents of base register or index register. That means the operand effective address is specified in the instruction, and this effective address is nothing but the summation of either base register BX and BP or index register SI or DI plus displacement, and that displacement is either 8 bits or 16 bits displacement. So let's consider the example. Move CL, BX plus 4. So what happens here? A byte from the memory location pointed by BX plus 4 in the data segment is shifted to CL register. Means the contents of BX plus 4 location are moved to CL register. The physical address can be calculated for the content or the operand. That physical address is DS into 10H plus bx plus 4. If ds is 4000 h, bx is 2250 h, what will be the physical address? So physical address will be 4000 into 10, so it is 40,000 h plus 2250 h plus 4h, which is equal to 42254 h. So from this physical address 42254 h, the content will be moved to the CL register. This is the register relative addressing mode. Next is base indexed addressing mode. Here the operand address is specified in the instruction, and that operand address is specified by the base register plus index register. Means the summation of base and index register is going to specify the operand address in the instruction. Let's consider the example. Move CL comma BX plus SI. So BX is base register, SI is index register. So the contents pointed by the address BX plus SI, that contents are moved into CL register, and the physical address for this is calculated as DS into 10H plus BX plus SI. Okay, here no need to use the square bracket, so it is BX plus SI. From this the physical address can be calculated. One more type is there, that is based relative plus indexed addressing mode. So what is this base relative plus index addressing mode? So here the operand address, it is specified by the base register plus index register plus displacement. This displacement may be 8 or 16 bits displacement. The example, let's consider move CL comma BX plus DI plus 20. So the contents from address specified by BX plus DI plus 20 are moved to CL register. So from this location the data is moved into CL register, and the physical address is calculated as DS into 10H plus BX plus D plus 20. Sorry, here let's consider, instead of DI, let's consider it is SI, that is source index. Next addressing mode, that is fifth one, implied addressing mode. So in this implied addressing mode, the operands are implied, and that's why are not specified in instruction. The operands are not specified in the instruction. We can see the example STC, that is set carry flag, or CLD, that is clear the direction flag. So here no any operand is specified, that's why it is implied addressing mode. So these are the data memory addressing modes. We'll see the second type of addressing modes, that are IO addressing modes. This IO addressing modes, For that, let's consider the IO addresses. For 8086 IO address, it can be 8 bits or 16 bits. And there are two types of IO addressing modes. First is direct addressing mode and second one is indirect addressing mode. This is also called as variable port addressing, and this is called as fixed port addressing. Now we'll see first of all the direct addressing mode. So if we are going to use 8-bit IO address, we can get the range for that IO address from 00 to FF. Means for 8 bits IO address, range is 00H to FFH, and this will give total 256 IO addresses. Here we can use direct addressing mode, that is the IO address is specified in the instruction itself. Means the IO address from 00 to FF, it is specified within the instruction. For example, let's consider in AL, ATH. So here the AL register will get data from the IO port address ATH. This is fixed port addressing. Second one is indirect addressing mode or variable port addressing mode. So here 16-bit IO addresses are there. 16 bits IO addresses are considered, and for that the range of IO addresses is varying from 0000H to FFFFH, and here with the help of this we'll get total 65536 IO addresses. And in this case the IO address is not specified directly in the instruction, but the register DX is used to specify the IO address. So the IO address is specified in the DX register. For example, let's consider move DX, 2000H, and then in AL, DX. So here what happens, first of all we are going to store the address from or the address of IO port into DX register, and then what we are going to do, we are moving, or from that DX register the contents are moved into the AL. Means the AL will get the data from the IO port address specified by DX. So here in this video lecture we have studied about different addressing modes of 8086 processor.